Welcome back to Alternative Reality Gaming. I'm your host Lenny, and if you're lucky, one of my furry co-hosts will join us today. Your stream will begin shortly. Enjoy. Alright, welcome back. We are going to be playing some Euro Truck Simulator 2 again today. We are still playing on the Grand Utopia 1-to-1 scale fantasy island map, where I have been working my way from the ground up. I do have our own truck now. It's all fixed up, and I actually have enough money to get the next slot in the garage. But I actually don't have enough to get the truck once I get that slot, so I've been also working on that before I even go to do it all at once. So when I go to the map and look at the freight market, the highest paying load is actually going from over here down into the south by Gerardmer. Looks like we're starting off in Gibe de Montarg. I don't know. I'm just gonna butcher the shit out of it all. So I do have music actually playing now. My buddy's right. Freaking YouTube's what do you call it? The copyright stuff can suck a fat one. So I don't care. It's not like I was making money off it anyway. So we're gonna grab this load here. It is an hour and 10 minutes long, but it is almost 15,000 euros. So it's gonna be it'll get us to over 100,000 euros, and I need 120,000 euros. So I'd need like 2 more loads like that afterwards and be set. Not too bad. I have no idea where this load is though. So the music I just have set on random, and it is a bunch of random music from like the days of Napster and all that junk. Like it's well, a lot of it is, not all of it. Some of it's actually from my mother copying all of my old CDs from back in the day so that I had digital copies of them all. I do still have the CDs too. I didn't like throw them out or nothing. But they definitely are not kept in like a CD case or nothing. They're just a bunch of loosey-gooseys on a one of those spindles from when you get a stack of burnable CDs. So I just have a big huge stack of CDs. Now my wife, on the other hand, hers are actually like organized through a CD binder and all that junk. Oh Jesus. Well, now y'all are gonna regret that you complained that you couldn't hear the music. Cause I don't care. I listen to all this weird shit. Ooh, so that is a ferry ride across. How much is the ferry ride versus just taking, ooh crap, a longer route? So, hour and 10 minutes still. And I don't have to pay a ferry ride. So I'm actually okay with that, I think, because it's a highway anyways. So, yeah, let's do that. Where? The exit's that way, but like, where that way? There's no... I feel like I'm going into a parking lot, not an exit. So I found it really funny. I was watching, back in the day, it was one of the radio interviews. I don't remember if it was like Howard Stern or it was one of them or something. I guess I'm going out the entrance because I don't know how the hell to get out of this place. But yeah, they were doing an interview with Insane Clown Posse, and oh shit, I forgot about the tandems on the back of this thing. And I found it kind of funny that they came out and they were saying that if you pay attention to all their lyrics and stuff, that they're actually secretly a religious band that's been just hiding it all. So like every time they talk about Shangri-La and like all of that stuff, they're just like masking Christian lyrics essentially. And to me that just blew my freaking mind that that was where they were going with it. You're talking ridiculously stupid lyrics, to be honest, and like a bunch of cussing and shit, and then they're just trying to quietly spread religious verbiage essentially, and like they're trying to, the whole juggalo thing is supposed to be that like everybody's the same. Once you put the face mask, like the stupid makeup on, everybody's the same. So I mean, in that aspect, it's kind of really hard to hate them when they're trying to get everybody the same essentially, but they got a kind of weird lyrics to go for all of that. Like I don't know, like I don't know. A bunch of cussing and religion just doesn't really make sense when you think about it together. I'm talking about like killing people and shit. Don't do it. I knew you were gonna do it because I'm driving in the middle of the lane. Yeah. Good old Marilyn Manson. Can't go wrong with the dope show. I did try to leave the music somewhat lower on the volume scale. Hopefully, it's not too ridiculously loud, but some people actually like hearing the semi. I'm getting both right now, so yep, I'm happy. And as I was fiddling with all the music and stuff and going through the lists and trying to see what all the star rating junk was, I found some really shit music that was labeled as like 5 stars. So I definitely didn't not rate all this music. But the vast majority of it was like a generic 3 star, so I don't know what that's all about. I don't even know if the shuffle uses the rating to pick music or not. But it does seem to focus on stuff that I've listened to in the past mostly, because like I do listen to a lot of Manson and like Linkin Park, so at least a lot more than like the techno and dubsteppy stuff, so it makes sense that it plays a lot more of this. Could go and do Pandora on random, get some really weird shit. Wasn't sure if it was gonna stop. I do think it's also kind of weird that like Manson was another one of those weird makeup wearing artists and stuff that had his lyrics actually were really in depth, but they were still very strange and everything. So like when you listen to it, it's kind of hard to think that he's actually like a genius. Like seriously, this dude is a freaking genius. He's ridiculously smart. Um, he was like a cheerleader in high school and got bullied and made fun of and turned into that. I don't know, just kind of crazy. The heck? Oh, Alice in Chains. It's from Guitar Hero 2. Oh, excuse me. Like smacking the microphone and yawning. Oh, I thought me and him were gonna be sharing a lane there for a second. I was just gonna give him a little hug. Oh, did not notice that cop there. I do still have the governor turned on either way, so like I can supposedly I'm only supposed to be able to do 90, but I keep catching myself at like 100 and wow, like 110, 120. The reflections are a little too much. Like they're almost dead on accurate, and they're supposed to be a little blurry and distorted from the water, kind of broken up, but it looks really good either way. I miss my rock band playing the drums, but I broke them. I just got a little too into it. Nah, it's really common for the drum sets to break from just hitting them with the drumsticks. They crack down the center and the piezo center. Ugh, damn it. The piezo sensor, which just reacts to the impacts, can't really get the signal from it correctly anymore. There's ways to fix it. You can replace the piezo sensors if they're actually what broke. I couldn't, at the time at least, I couldn't find any replacement drum hats. But I did find some videos of people that had figured out that if you use like the lids off of coffee cans, you can kind of cheesily make your own drum hats and it would work. But a few of my friends were saying to use just a cheap actual electric drum set that's like 150 to 200 bucks or whatever. You can usually find them like used. And then they're saying that there's programs kind of like Rocksmith, where it allows you to play the drums almost kind of like it's Rock Band, but it just more or less plays the notes and you're supposed to try and match them up, but it's not actually a game. And I think that's the only reason why I really haven't done it, is because I feel like I'm gonna need the game aspect of it to keep me entertained. But I definitely do miss my drums. Where the hell is my drink? There it is. Okay. The heck is this? I have no... If I get really close, I'm gonna crash, I bet. I can't read what that says. Kinda looks like it says Iggy something, but... It says various artists, so it was probably part of one of those top 100 songs or whatever. What was the program back in the day, kind of like Napster and junk, where it literally just ripped radio stations? So like, it would listen to the radio station, and at the beginning of the song it would start the recording, and at the end of the song it would cut it, and then it would do the same. It would just keep listening to the radio all day, clipping songs. I think it was Bearshare, maybe? But I feel like Bearshare was another one, like Napster and LimeWire and all those, where you just shared files. It didn't rip from the radio. I don't remember what that was. The thing that's crazy is, like, back then, the whole war on piracy was like huge, and like they actually did a pretty decent job at like portraying it as like a super high risk thing, that like you were gonna go to prison for downloading 10 songs type thing. And then, like, looking back at it now, I don't know how your ISP would have ever figured out that you were ripping songs, like, back then. Now, yeah, they'll catch you up in a friggin' heartbeat. Beatmaker. This is the music that puts me to sleep. Just I guess the occasional hi-hats on that one isn't so bad, because that kind of shocks me back awake, but like everything where it was just constantly going in the same pattern over and over again just makes me want to fall asleep. This one's labeled 5 stars. Like, it ain't me, because I would never label sleepy time music as 5 stars. Like, it's even funnier that I joke around that it's sleepy time music, but like, when I go in for my infusions and stuff, I sleep the entire time. So they have like their own music that they play on the radio there, and then you can hear all the other people talking and making a bunch of noise and just shit like that. So I always put on headphones and put a beanie on, cover my whole face and crap so it's dark, and then I usually turn on like Lindsey Sterling or like it's usually some kind of trancey dubsteppy music, and that's my sleeping music. Come on. Must be a steep hill and I can't tell. Because I'm losing speed. At least we're gaining now. I think I'm just gonna ride out this gear. Is that a xylophone? Dance Dance Revolution! Woo! Those were the days. Trying to remember what the name of the arcade was in the mall that we used to play Dance Dance Revolution at. Aladdin's Palace. At Chicago Ridge Mall, yeah. It's definitely gone. I remember them tearing it down when I was in like high school. They didn't like that we hung out there. Like, it's a arcade. Like, what else are you supposed to do there? You hang out and play video games. And they had Initial D, the badass one where you actually had the card that like somehow kept track of your saved process or progress. Oh no, it didn't. I didn't listen to it when it said to keep left. I heard it, and it went in one ear and right out the other. What? Aerosmith? Copyright, fa la la la. No. So this is only playing through the left ear, the vocals, and I'm like 90% deaf in my left ear. So right now I'm still only hearing music, and I can very faintly hear. Now I can actually hear it, right? Open sesame. So I don't know why I ended up with generic, just blank white trailers. Like just as generic as it gets. Oh, wrong button. Ah! Sorry. Sometimes late at night I get the weird like tingling in my feet and it feels like needles. It's weird, but you just usually just kind of like stomp my feet a few times and it goes away. Surgery's definitely messed me up real good. So I'm a little confused because like you can still see the draw distance cutting off, but then in some aspects it doesn't do that. It'll actually have like a crazy far cutoff. So I don't understand how the cutoff works in this game. Like right now, the cutoffs for the mountains actually like proper, and we haven't really gotten any closer to them. We're driving alongside them. But a second ago it was just like cutting on and off, and then now it's showing the whole thing. But I definitely do not think that the extreme draw distance thing worked, because maybe it did, because both the FPS dropped and it kind of seems like it's showing a little bit further, but don't understand the wind thing here. There is no actual wind in this game. Like, I can't blow over or nothing. If I was hauling an empty trailer, none of that. I can tip over from turning too fast, being reckless, but what's up with these cars? Like, this one's an Audi. I think the last one, or actually kind of like a VW, but might have been Audi still. The last one looked like a friggin' Chevy Malibu. Like, what? Why don't they have trucks towing? Although I'm over here contemplating getting a tow hitch receiver and fold up trailer, the utility trailers, so that I can actually haul lumber and junk around without a truck. And large items that don't weigh a whole lot, like refrigerators and washers and dryers and that kind of junk. I'm not trying to do any scrapping or anything like, well, actually I do have a bunch of scrap that needs to go out that I don't want to pack into the trunk of the car, so like, that actually would be nice. Ooh, mud van. Oh, but it's alive. Oh, what the? Almost crashed. See, like, this is part of the reason I don't like live music, is like, we get to sit here and listen to whistling and weird silence. Wow! Alright, that's a rough spot on the road. There's people on that bus! Shocked the cat hasn't tried to jump on my lap. Like, Usually they're kind of fighting for it. Is it because I left the controllers on her bed right there? Kitty, kitty, kitty. I don't even know if she's in the room. I highly doubt that baby shit's down here. She's usually hiding somewhere. Avora is our orange tabby, the asthmatic overweight. And then Lexi is our ragdoll, or Lexus, and she's the one we call baby shit, because she's a little shit. She really is. So then for the longest time, instead of yelling like Lexi or anything, we just yelled baby shit every time she was doing something stupid. So now she responds to baby shit, and if you yell at her, she starts drifting through the house. Those Tokyo Drift Cat videos, I could totally make them if I was actually like decent at recording. She has her drift mittens, as we call them. Basically, the hair in between her toes grows way longer than the rest of her feet hair. So then, like, she gets these weird hair tufts that stick out, and it really affects her traction on like the hardwood floors and stuff. So they're drift mittens. If we shave them, she don't slide no more. So we leave them so that we can catch her. Gotta be quicker than that. Still don't get these weird ass water tower things. And I did actually look it up. That's actually what water towers look like in Europe. Like, I don't know about if it's all Europe, but like, those are real water towers, is what I'm trying to get at. Ours are all like bulbs. They're round at the top instead of like a funnel. Probably had crackheads trying to live on top of it, and that's why they made them round, so they slide off. That's what happens when you live anywhere near Chicago. Crackheads are the excuse for like the vast majority of the problems. At the same time though, like every single time I've gone downtown, per trip I've actually had like multiple crackhead encounters. So like, it's not like a joke. They really are everywhere down there. Thing that I always wanted to know is like The homeless crackheads, where do they get money for crack? Like, they're always fucked up. Where are they getting the money from? Where are they getting the drugs from, even if they ain't getting the money? You can't be telling me that they're all friggin' selling their bodies for crack. Cause they're pretty fucking gross. It is usually pretty hard to watch though, like the only ones that they don't bug me as much, like on a negative scale, is the sleep clappers on the trains. Those always, they seem so peaceful. Unlike the zombies, like, the hell? Uncle Freddy died apparently. That was kind of perfect timing with the zombies. If I remember correctly, the sleep clappers were, we spotted those when we went downtown for New Year's Eve, and on the way back, I couldn't think of a better name for him, but it was a crackhead sleeping, and then he kept waking up and be like, and then go back to sleep. I don't know what this is. It really sounds like Regina Spector again. Yeah, I can almost guarantee you this. Just going off of the pitch of her voice and the piano. Yeah, it is. You gotta be in a certain kind of mood for her. What in the hell do these signs say? Perignat? The hell? It's a cool interchange. Ooh, speed. Oh, shit. Come on. Let's go. Alright, it's looking like we got 34 minutes left. Wondering if I should be clipping this just to make my job easier for uploading videos and stuff. Instead of doing smaller trips, I'm just doing bigger trips and cutting them down to the length of shorter trips for YouTube videos. So anytime I'm streaming on here, I'm almost always recording for the tube. The boob tube. Come on, song's been over for a minute here. Here we go. What in the world? Sounds like Blue Jean Night, the One Country song, but like, it's not. Yeah, I should probably clip the video. So everybody in the streams, it's gonna stay going. It's just gonna have a couple loading screens essentially to start and stop the video type deal. So you guys can hang out, everybody in YouTube land. Until next time, peace. If you liked today's episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it goes a long way to helping the channel to grow.